Sri Lanka's most powerful news brand.
Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe announced today that a new flyover road which connects Colombo Fort to the Kalaniya Bridge will be constructed. The Prime Minister made this statement during an inspection tour of the Rajagiriya flyover.
The Prime Minister met with the engineers and other officials involved in the construction of the flyover.
This will be declared open in January 2018. This is the longest flyover in Sri Lankan history. This is 0.5 kilometers in length and has been built with an S-curve. Over 100,000 vehicles face an issue at this location. We will be able to save some time because of this. Some people eat in their cars, three-wheelers or motorbikes. This will possibly create a situation which allows them to return home to have their food. This was to be completed in December 2018. Instead of building just 2 lanes, we decided to go for 4. We will be able to declare it open in January 2018 under the auspices of the President. Since this was a steel-based construction, we were able to conclude it fast.
Truly commendable that the construction of the Rajagiriya flyover was completed that fast. A few years ago, the University of Moratuwa carried out a study in which they predicted that come 2020, all things remaining constant as they were back then, average speed in Colombo would decline to 6 kilometers per hour, 6 or 5 kilometers per hour. So, the Rajagiriya flyover, is it a solution to that problem? Will it achieve its intended purpose of easing traffic congestion along this road? This is the Rajagiriya flyover that we have today. It's an emendation of the original plan, which was to run from just beyond the Butgama Road to beyond the Sarna Road junctions. There was a reason for this. It was to prevent bottlenecks being created at these 2 locations and on the exits now at the of the flyover that we have in place currently. So is there a risk that this flyover will create fresh bottlenecks, adding to the traffic congestion? Alternate proposals had been put forward as well. Alternatives to this, what we have today, have been discussed. One was, of course, to have the flyover running from the Kota Road onto Navala Road instead, which would have cleared the path for an uninterrupted flow of traffic coming from Battaramulla towards Colombo. That has not been the case. So, why was the Rajagiriya flyover shortened? Was it political expediency? Was it because an election is around the corner and there needs to be a grand and shiny new object to show off to the people ahead of an election? That seems to be the case generally when it comes to Sri Lanka. How much did this flyover cost? True, it was done with steel instead of concrete, which enabled the construction to be faster. But I'd like to talk about the cost of this flyover for a second. As was mentioned earlier, it's about half a kilometer, just over half a kilometer actually, 533 meters. That 533 meters cost 4.5 billion rupees. If you break that down, if you divide it, that's an average cost of about 8.44 million rupees per meter. Value for money? Does it achieve its intended purpose? Will this flyover truly ease traffic congestion in the Rajagiriya area? We spoke to Professor Kumarage of the University of Moratuwa. He's an expert in transport and logistics. This is what he had to say.
Every solution, I think, will have a cost to it and a degree of effectiveness. Now, in both those, I think that is not a priority. We have other means of improving such congestion hotspots at much lower cost. We will make Rajagiriya look better, right? That is at least traffic-wise, aesthetically, I don't know. But most probably other areas around there are going to get more congested. Maybe the downstream junctions like the Devibalika junction or the HSBC junction are going to get more congested. We have to wait and see. on that. Now, flyovers in general are not encouraged in cities unless you have a large recourse. And I think if you really want to make traffic move, we need to move at least 10%, 20% of the vehicles to buses. And that is what will make everybody travel faster at a much cheaper choice. So that's why I said that these are, they may not be as fanciful as, seeing this 4 billion rupee flyover there, right? But in terms of effectiveness, that is what has happened. I mean, if you go to many countries that have actually overcome traffic congestion, sustained it, you don't find flyovers.